what do you want to study? What do you want to be when you grow up? I think many people have been asked this question more than once in their life. In my case, I already lost the count. Since we were kids, our parents would ask us, what do you want to be? Who do you want to become? And we would say, maybe a pirate, a princess, or even an astronaut. But then we will grow up and they would ask again. We're already in elementary school, and we would answer maybe a firefighter, a policeman, or in my case, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Then you get to middle school. They would ask again. This time, they won't want you to give them a serious answer, but maybe to give them a clue, a hint of what you want to do with your life. Some people would answer to them doctor, lawyer. In my case, I told them, I don't know. And my parents told me, okay, it's fine, don't worry about it, you still have time to decide. But the thing is, yeah, we have time to decide, but you should start looking at what you like, what you enjoy doing, what subjects got your eye at school, because that way you're getting to know yourself. Then you get to high school. They'll ask again, and now they want a serious answer. What do you want to do with your life? What are you doing after high school? This is my case. I'm a senior right now, and they have asked me this since I got to high school many times. Some people might have an answer, or if you're like me, I didn't have an answer until summer. While I was starting high school, also COVID started. Everyone got locked up in their houses. I got isolated from my friends, from some part of my family. But I got to know myself. I got to know what I wanted to do with my life. Well, at least part of it. I got to know what I like, what I didn't like, all the things that I enjoyed doing. And I discovered that myself from elementary school already know what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. And I discovered that I wanted to be a fashion designer. Okay, so now I know, easy, right? But then I needed to accept my decision of becoming a fashion designer. And for me, it was something difficult. You would come to me and ask me, what do you want to be? And I would be like, I don't know, even if in my mind I already knew. And why is it so difficult for us to decide, for us to say, I want to do this instead of doing that? Thinking about this, of course, there are many factors. I found three main ones. The first one, your parents. Of course, they will always be there for you. They will always support you, but they don't have the right to decide for you. You are your own person and you have the right to decide for yourself. You need to choose what you like, not what they would like you to do. In my case, when I told my parents that I wanted to be a fashion designer, first, they were in shock. Like, they didn't say anything. The first one to react was my dad. He told me, okay, if it's what you like, if it's what makes you happy, then go for it. But then my mom reacted, and she was like, are you serious? You're so good at math. You could be anything, like an engineer, an accountant, or anything else. And I was just like, yeah, I may be good at it, but that won't make me happy. What would make me happy is being a fashion designer. We still have some discussions about it, but she's getting to it to accept it. The other factor I found is having a safe job. This safe job is something that might give you a good income, good money, but won't give you happiness. You could have all the money in the world and still you'll be miserable. So why choosing a safe job? The only thing we have safe in this life is that we are all going to die. So you might as well die happy instead of miserable. So once again, you should choose what you know that you enjoy doing. The last factor I found, and I think it's the most important one, the most common one, it's people's opinions. Most people like to choose to listen to what other people has to say, to do what they have to say, to follow some kind of society rules. But why listen to them? It's not their life, it's yours. So when you listen to them, instead of listening to yourself, you will lose what you already know about yourself. And remembering all those things that you already knew because you lost them after listening to what other people had to say instead of your own mind, it would be difficult to remember them, but you still can stop listening to other people and start listening to yourself. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of having doubts. I still have them, but I will prefer to live in the knowing what have happened if I did what I choose to become a fashion designer, instead of living with the what ifs. Because I think most people live in the what if. What would have happened if I have chosen what I wanted, if I haven't listened to other people's opinions? The biggest mistake you could ever make is listening to other people instead of yourself. You should listen to your mind, to your heart, to what you know that it's correct for you, to what you know that makes you happy. Because if you listen to what your brain has to say, you'll find what you're passionate about. And passion is the key to success. Doing what you love, what you enjoy, what you know that makes you happy, will make your life easier. Something that my dad always tells me is that I need to choose the thing that makes me happy, because what is better than living and doing and working and earning money from something that you love doing every day, that you will wake up and say, I love my job. Even if it's getting hard, you'll still love it because it's what you're passionate about. Doing what you're passionate about, what you love, you'll find a way to make it work. Even if other people say, no, you will die from hunger, you won't have money, you will be miserable. No, you won't, because you are doing what you like, what makes you happy. So how something that makes you happy will make you miserable? And remember, it will work. You'll find a way to be successful with it. Lastly, I would like to remind you that everyone will always have something to say. It's your choice who you listen to. Thank you.